Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey.
Hello, foodie booties.
Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hi, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're doing amazing. I'm doing great today, and today the special of the day is Foodie Booty, Chantal Marie, Chantal Show, Chantopolis, Big Beautiful Me, the Daily Chantal, the Monthly Chantal, the Vlogtober Chantal. We're talking about Foodie Booty, okay? We're talking about old Foodie Booty. And today is October 3rd, which is actually Mean Girls Day, and I can't believe I'm dedicating some of this historic national holiday to cover Chantal Marie, Chantal Show. But she did upload her first day of Vlogtober on Friday, which was October 1st, and on October 2nd, she did a live stream where she painted her nails. And then this morning so far, she did a live stream about how she has to go to the doctor, and she actually is maybe already second-guessing doing Vlogtober and is instead gonna do Streamtober, maybe? I don't know. This all happened in her live stream this morning. Here's the clip.
I don't really like doing mukbangs. I don't even really like doing recorded videos. I'm so used to live streams. It was fun editing the video, but I don't like the cooking and I don't like the mukbang part. I'm just like so over fucking mukbangs. Like, I'm so over eating on camera. Like, just sitting there and eating and like what? I don't know. I'm just so over it. Unless I'm live. Like, I can talk to you guys. It's just like, I'm just like, I don't know. It's just more interactive and more fun to do live streams with you guys. Character-based live streams. Yeah, maybe I can do like everything but live. No, because I need like the green screen and stuff. Okay, I could do my time warps like once a week. And then like vlogs and stuff, I don't mind. Like if I go for an outing with Pete or somewhere like to a pumpkin patch or some crap like that. Invite a fan on and have a special chat. Yeah. Maybe I'll rethink Vlogtober and make it like Streamtober. Streamtober! And we could just do everything live. Like the cooking, everything. And I could do one... Oh, premiere, yeah. I could do one, I could do like a couple recorded videos here and there. Like planned ones. Hi, Chi-Chi Lamb! Streamtober, yeah, I mean, I may as well continue. No, you guys don't like it? That's not a challenge? It's still a challenge because it's not just going to be me coming on here and smoking and complaining about my life. You know, it's going to be like themed things planned that I had for videos, but I'm just going to do them in a... Sorry, I rubbed my hairline away. I'm just going to do them in a live stream setting because I just prefer that. I don't know. If I don't enjoy what I'm doing, it's just going to be half-ass.
So I figured, you know what, we better react to the one pre-recorded piece of content that we're gonna get for October, because it sounds like she's on a quick slope, quick slippery slide down to just streaming every day, which, like, she says is still a challenge. She says that Streamtober will still be a challenge, but it's like, nah, girl, this is all you do. This is what you do already, is just stream every day. So I don't know how that's a challenge, but we're going to react to what recorded content she gave me. This came up whenever I recorded a reaction to her last, like, piece of recorded content, which was a vlog she did probably maybe about a month ago. I don't know. I'll leave links up in the iCards, which are those little things that pop up right there. I'll leave links to like my two most recent Foodie Booty videos. I don't do a lot of Foodie Booty because I don't personally want to talk about a lot of the issues she's facing in her real life. Like, those are not things that I signed up for when I started watching Foodie Booty, and not things that I feel like I have the expertise, knowledge, etc. to talk about in a thoughtful, productive way. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just not talk about those things. But what I will say to that extent, and this was pointed out in the last like pre-recorded content she did, is that in that pre-recorded content she didn't really address the fact that like all of these other things were going on in her life. So if you aren't keeping up with the 1,200 hours of live streaming, you might not know about that. And I think that that's something important to keep in mind as we go into this upcoming video that we're gonna watch, which was a mukbang, I think, but it was to the theme of the movie The Shining. Now, when it comes to scary movies, I don't do them. I love that. I love that for you if you like a scary movie. But I just like don't find much entertainment out of spooking my pants off, okay? I'm not trying to be spooked. I don't want to be spooked. I want to be scared. I don't want to have nightmares. So I just usually stay away from them. But The Shining in particular is a movie that I remember my dad and brother used to watch all the time when I was growing up. I would always actively have to avoid like the living room whenever they were watching it. So the things I know about it is Jack Nicholson? I did not say his last name right. But he's in it, and I know he has an axe at one point and yells, "Here's Johnny." And Shelley Duvall, I think, is in it. And there's some like ghost twins, and there's like maybe a big maze, like a big like topiary bush looking maze or something that they go through. And I have watched a few videos of people who like vlog their trips to the hotel that the movie was based on. That's about it. Okay, so if I don't get the Shining references, it's okay. It'll be all right. But I did just want to let you know what I know about this going into it. I'm sure it's gonna be a mess either way. Also, she started off Vlogtober last year with a Pulp Fiction mukbang, so I reacted to that literally just like a week or two ago, so go check that out as well. I think that's all I need to say. So 5 minutes into the video, y'all, 5 minutes in or whatever, I'll leave some timestamps for you because I'm nice and kind. The reaction's starting, so let's get to.
Hello, Foodie.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Oh, she switched it up! She switched up the intro on me. Oh my god.
Is it your dream to become a beezer?
No.
Well, you can become a very important beezer
I
by joining my membership.
probably
now.
won't.
Check description for the link to join.
I probably
For
won't.
$4.99 a month, you can be a beezer too.
Not sure. Oh, okay, I do. This is like a famous picture from the movie The Shining, and I think her head is photoshopped over like Jack Nicholson's character. Okay, all right. Okay, let's keep it moving. Keep it moving, Chantal. Let's go.
Good evening. Great party, isn't it? Welcome to the Overlook Hotel. Today, in the kitchen of the dead, we are making red rum shrimp.
Is this supposed to be a particular look? Like, I would think that if you were going to do a Shining themed mukbang, like, why wouldn't you go for like the main characters or like a memorable character? I don't know. I didn't watch, but like, I at least know that there's some iconic characters, and whoever that guy they just showed isn't one that I personally remember. But also, if that's like who you're trying to emulate, like besides the fake paint on the fake blood paint on your face, you're not really emulating him. But also, more effort than any live stream she's done lately.
This is a dish of shrimp, first marinated in a glaze of coconut milk, rum.
Okay.
See what I did there?
I did.
Red rum.
So, without further ado,
Come play with us, beezers.
You're the caretaker here, Sam. You've always been the caretaker. I should know. I've always been here.
yes, ma'am, sorry, but this is the Overlook Hotel, and I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to check out early because your senior discount didn't go through.
I'm so lost. Again, I apologize if I'm missing references because I haven't seen The Shining, but that felt like a lot. The acting.
Here's Ramona.
Ramona for sure has nothing to do. Ramona has nothing to do with The Shining. Although that's, I think, supposed to be like the here's Johnny moment situation. But Ramona comes from a movie, a short film that Chantal recorded, I think last year for Vlogtober. I also reacted to it. And Ramona is tries to kill her and it's real goofy and real stupid, but more effort again than what she usually puts into a video. So I think I was pretty supportive of that little short film at the time, if I recall. I could be wrong. Go back and watch my video and you can let me know if that's what I really was or not.
Good evening, Foodie Beauty. Unlike other store credit, your credit is good here at the Overlook Hotel, Foodie Beauty.
Okay, well, Pete's what a trooper for doing this stupid stuff with your friend. But also, could she not set up the camera to get his full head in the frame? Like, I don't understand why I'm looking at the bottom half of his face. Like, what's the point? You couldn't move this camera back a little bit? Riveting.
I always liked you. The water's running. I always liked you, Pete's. Best darn bartender from Timbuktu to Portland, Orleans.
Oh,
You're the dog.
I love that she's just leaving the old bloopers in. She's leaving the old bloopers in.
All right, the first thing you're gonna need is some shrimp. Duh, it's a shrimp recipe. Now, large and raw are better, but this is all I could.
What do you know about large and raw? What do you know about large and raw?
Fine, so cooked and small. You are also gonna need about a 13-ounce can of coconut milk of choice.
Okay.
You are also going to need some rum. You can use any rum you like. I'm using dark spice rum, Captain Morgan.
You really sprung for the good shit, huh? Yes. Come on, Captain Morgan.
You are going to need a 1/4 cup of rum. And as I've said already, you're going to need 1 can of coconut milk, salt and pepper, green onion for garnish, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, half a cup of cracked brown sugar, and some garlic powder and some ground ginger. And we're gonna squeeze out those 2 tablespoons.
Why does everything have to be like that? Why does everything have to be like, squeeze? I'm so quirky. I'm a quirky girl.
Lime juice, it's about 1 lime. It gives you 2 tablespoons. Now I've added the 1/4 cup of rum. Trying to get the coconut milk out, but I'm gonna have to use my knife. That's better. Gonna add some ground ginger.
I feel like, does she not have something she can like set up her camera on so that she can like use both of her hands to do all this? Like, she looks like she's really struggling, which I get why. It's because she's using one hand to hold her camera. But like, is there not a tripod or something? Do you not have a tripod that you set up when you did all those other scenes? I don't get it.
And some garlic powder. And some salt and pepper. You're gonna whisk the sauce, mix it very well, and you're going to pour half of the mixture over the shrimp and reserve the other half. You're gonna marinate the shrimp in the sauce for about an hour.
Your whisk just full on fell out of that hot ass liquid sauce, whatever concoction you're making. I'm sure it probably flung up a little bit of it on you. Like, did y'all see that? Let me go back like 5 whole seconds.
And reserve the other half. You're gonna
Like, watch,
marinate the
watch,
shrimp in
watch.
sauce for about an hour.
What?
Oops. And in the meantime, you're gonna cook.
Ma'am, just use both hands. This isn't worth it. It's not like this footage. Well, actually, maybe she needed it for like making the video longer, but it's just like, girl, use both hands.
The glaze, the rest of the glaze, you're gonna let the water evaporate until it's thickened up and makes a nice syrupy glaze like so. Now these are better on a skewer and on an actual barbecue grill outdoors, but I'm using my indoor cheap grill. The shrimp has been marinating for about an hour, so let's heat up the grill.
So these are already cooked shrimp?
Now, I will say this was not a good idea because these shrimp shrink when they cook, and a lot of them fell in the tray bowls. And I didn't get any actual good sear like I hoped. I actually overcrowded
I feel
the pan.
Oh my god, you just dropped one on the floor too for BBJ or whatever your cat's name is. You just full on dropped one.
Call it the grill, so don't do that.
I feel like
otherwise everything ended up tasting really good. So
I feel like you could have just like put this on a pan on your stove. Because honestly, let's be very serious here. This grill thing is not about to be washed or cleaned for at least a month. Okay, it's gonna have so many crusties and organisms growing on it, and it's probably a lot harder to clean than just like a little pan.
they only need to cook for a couple of minutes.
Oh my gosh!
Put a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's
She
it.
loaded that up.
And now, the best part.
Is she gonna eat all of that?
The glaze over the delicious shrimp. I'm eating this over a bed of rice. You can eat it with whatever you like. Some side veggies.
That is a shit. You want to talk about Shrimpgate? Y'all remember Amber Lynn Shrimpgate? This is Shrimpgate 2.0. That's a shit ton of shrimp.
Whatever.
Is she eating that by herself? I mean, live your truth. Honestly, truly, if you're hungry.
And no garnish with some
I'm just like a little shocked because that is a lot of shrimp.
Some cilantro and enjoy. Let's eat.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, hey.
Oh, she sure is. Now, hasn't she worn this dress thing for some other Time Warp mukbang? She really only has like 3 dresses, huh?
It's been so long since I've done a recorded video mukbang that I've passed away and into the afterlife, and I'm haunting the Overlook Hotel. It's a party here every day. Let's try the rice with the sauce. I'm hungry. I
didn't
have to smell this coconut rum.
I did not quite understand that reference. I don't understand really what the story is there. What do you mean it's been so long since you've done recorded content that you passed away? What does that mean?
Lime, shrimp cooking and not being able to take a bite? Alright, let's try a shrimp on here.
Oh, shrimp.
Beauty bite?
Oh, she used the shrimp like it was a little chaser.
Oh, wow. The rum is not strong in this recipe. The coconut milk. The lime. Very prominent. And it is sweet. So if you don't like sweeter glazes, sweeter sauces.
I love a sweet glaze.
Or mixed with savory, you're not going to like this dish.
I love a sweet glaze on some meat. What do you know about some sweet glaze on meat? Huh?
Luckily for me, the complaints department is so overloaded in the afterlife. Who's gonna care?
Wait, well, who is complaining about what? What are these jokes? I don't understand the jokes or the Am I dumb? Y'all please feel free. I'd love to be told I'm dumb, so y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if I'm just dumb as hell, okay?
Have some rum.
Are you just drinking straight rum? Oh, she struggled with that. If that is just straight rum, let alone straight rum that is made by Captain Morgan, ooh, sis, that's a choice. Mix it with some of that seltzer. I'm sure that would help. Oh my gosh, that's a commitment to just be drinking the straight rum by itself. Woo.
So I think I like my rum more in my fish. In my food.
Well, if you're gonna drink rum straight, you need it to be probably a little better quality than Captain Morgan. I'm just saying.
I did want to use raw jumbo shrimp for this.
Uh-huh.
So I couldn't find any, unfortunately. I mean, I ordered my groceries.
Okay.
I'm not grocery shopping in the afterlife. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Listen, I will give you like some merit, some credit for effort. I do love to see it. I will give you that, but these jokes, like this idea that you're dead. I mean, you may as well just have themed this like a ghost mukbang, okay? Because outside of like maybe 2 whole seconds of this video, I have barely gotten anything close to The Shining.
Alright, so the aha is a little anachronistic for the time period. But hey.
You know, I would hate for you to commit too much. I mean, you did, after all, leave in Pete's running the water in the background. So, you know, I really thought that this was 100% authentic, The Shining parody, cosplay, whoever, whatever. So I'm very disappointed you have an aha seltzer in the video. Disappointed, not accurate, and I'm done watching right now. I'm just kidding. We're gonna keep watching. Y'all, this is giving me a little bit of heartburn.
So for those of you who have not seen this movie, because I keep forgetting that I'm old, The Shining came out before my time.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't born yet. But I'm sure it was being played when I was being conceived, because for some reason, I've seen this movie 2,030 times. It's my favorite movie.
What? Why did you have to bring in your parents conceiving you into this conversation? Why? What does that have to do with the fact that you've seen it so many times? Tell me that part. I would like to know that part. What does that have to do with your parents conceiving you? You just made my heartburn so much worse.
I used to put the DVD on just to fall asleep, background music, whatever. It's based on the novel by Stephen King, and the film in the 80s is my favorite from Stanley Kubrick. There was a crappy made-for-TV one. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
I have not. I've only seen the one that I referenced, and by seen I mean...
that kid with the chip.
By seen I mean my dad and my brother used to watch it all the time.
Lump cheeks. And they had Tony instead of a finger, or an imaginary boy that lives in his mouth.
What?
They had him portrayed as some... They had him embodied as some kind of, like, 90s friggin' hipster, like, I don't know. It was really...
I have no idea what she's talking about.
Like, an IBM computer in his...
I have no idea what she's talking about, but also anything that she said thus far about The Shining, I've not seen in her videos, so that's interesting as well. Although it sounds like she was maybe not channeling this, like, made-for-TV movie one. But I'm curious if she tells us more about the movie that she does like, because I would like kind of for her to tell me exactly what in this video relates back to that movie. You know what I'm saying?
Dorm room or something, and he's like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't.
Ooh, now that version more followed closely the events of the book.
Uh-huh.
But I like that Kubrick really transformed the story and really focused on the cinematics. Like, it was a really beautifully shot movie. He was able to build suspense and horror with very little gore.
I do feel like a lot of people, like, have said that it's, like, a beautifully made movie, like, cinematics-wise. Cinematography, if you will.
I mean, this is pretty much as much gore as the movie has. Lots of blood, but...
Well, there's also a time before there was, like, lots of gore in horror movies. I feel like gory horror movies are more of a, like, modern times way of doing horror movies. I don't like any of it, just to be clear, but but I'm just saying, like, back in the 80s, I don't feel like they did that as much, although I was born in 89, so maybe I'm not the best person to quote that. A person born in 89 who doesn't watch horror movies talking about how maybe horror movies were or were not. It makes a lot of sense, Zach. I'm so proud of you. Like, you're an expert right now giving your opinion.
Like the scene with the blood rushing in the elevator, but that's
Oh, I do remember that. I do remember that being a thing.
the real horror is up there. It's the psychological horror. And those for me are more frightening than gore, you know?
Sure. I'm
Just
sure.
my opinion.
I think a lot of
That's
people
the
would
kind of
agree.
horror I like. Some people really love our gore hounds.
No. So are you going to tell me about the actual movie or not? Outside of it being, like, good cinematography-wise.
Keeping the tails on really prevented me from devouring this quicker. Which
Which
is a good thing.
Oh, I was going to say, maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay.
I can't tell if I dropped rice on my dress or if it's the sequins. Stanley Kubrick has passed away, sadly.
The rice on your dress and the sequins are not exactly the same thing, girl, but okay.
He's probably rolling in his grave. Watching this!
He's not watching it. He's not watching this.
It's a very sweet sauce.
Girl, you've had 10 bites before we got to this point, and not one of those bites until now elicited an reaction. No, I'm not buying it.
I was in the mood for something Caribbean and tropical tasting and summery. I mean,
Is that what
I
this
have to
is?
spend so many long winters locked down here. The Sidewinder's full of snow. The snowcat's not working. It's just horrible. I just can't get down on the Sidewinder. I can't leave. Plus, I mean, I'm trapped here for eternity because, well...
This is not a Shining themed cooking video. This is a ghost themed cooking video. This is about you being a ghost. Let's just call it what it is. You're a ghost. You're a ghost, girl.
Other earring go? I guess I have an eternity to look for it. Are you getting my afterlife jokes yet?
That was me laughing at her funny joke.
I'm done eating for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna pack up the leftovers,
Sounds good.
put them in the fridge.
Sounds great.
Torrance family's gonna be here any minute.
Put them in the fridge, let them get moldy. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Gotta make sure they have something to eat. It's gonna be a long winter. Anyways, guys, today's just day 1 of Vlogtober. I have a lot planned for you guys.
Do you?
I hope you enjoyed this first
Do
little
you?
intro video. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye. See ya, Chantal. She says she has a lot planned, but like I showed you at the beginning of this video, she's like literally already poo-pooing on all of her ideas. She doesn't want to put the effort in already. She's over it. I will be so surprised if by tonight, by 12 p.m., by 12 p.m. I mean 12 a.m. Eastern time, that she has Vlogtober Day 3 up. Well, listen, we're not going to find out before I edit this video. So it may have happened, it may not have happened. I'm guessing if it does happen, it's not going to happen till late, and I'm planning on editing this video and having it scheduled to go up already tomorrow morning, okay? So we'll see what happens. Y'all can let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. I mean, I'll know if I'm wrong, but y'all can let me know. I don't mind some feedback letting me know that I'm wrong. So I will say that this video has 17,000 views on it, which honestly is about as many views as a lot of her streams get. You know, most of her streams lately have gotten anywhere between, like, on the low end 13,000, on the high end 20,000, just depending on what she does or says in each of the streams. So it's kind of interesting because that probably does take a lot more effort than what her live streams take, because she literally just turns on the camera and eats food and does edibles, right? So this probably does take a lot more effort than those live streams do, and she's probably not seeing the same kind of payoff because, you know, she's getting the same amount of views. She probably is making maybe less money, because I'm sure that there's the occasional like super chat and stuff that comes on in through the live streams. So yeah, so maybe it's just like not worth it for her to keep doing it, but she did make a commitment to do this. I'm interested to see. Vlogtober Day 2, she claimed that every Saturday and Wednesday anyways during Vlogtober is going to be streaming moments, situation types of deals, and that any other stream is just extra. But I don't know. I find it hard to believe that we're going to make it too far. Even if she posts a video for Vlogtober Day 3, I find it hard to believe that we're going to make it too many more days, because she's already thrown in the towel. She's already throwing it in. Anyways, you let me know your thoughts down below, what you think about Lil Miss Chantal's Shining themed cooking video situation type of deal. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If this is your first time on my channel and you want to subscribe, make sure to click the bell button so you get a notification to every single time I post a video. I'm really butchering this outro. Leave me a comment, hit like, click share, follow me on all of my social media. I had so much fun today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!